Welcome to another episode of Moto Kit Clash, where we discuss motorcycle gear that we wear and use. We fondle it and we talk about it. Right, JP?
That's right. And today's episode, we have motorcycle gloves. We have a bunch of motorcycle gloves. The gloves that we brought, or you have a bunch of motorcycle gloves.
Yeah.
Our topic today is winter gloves.
Right. Because I have a bunch of different gloves that I've accumulated over the last 5 years. But these are my latest and newest and the ones that changed my life. Because right now, freezing, it's winter. I used to ride with gloves such as these, for example, for the longest time. After 5 years of suffering, I got something a little different.
You want to tell us something about, in general, about motorcycle gloves? Why do you think they are important?
No, you tell me.
You don't want to tell someone.
No, I'll tell why I think they're important, but I'm more curious about what you think.
I need to tell something because I don't have too much to tell about my gloves anyway.
Oh, okay.
So gloves are important because if you're going down, normal reflect is that you're putting your hands on the ground to hold yourself.
Yep.
And then you start to slide on the pavement on the ground, then you actually are hitting. And it's not very nice if you are sliding like with 50 miles an hour with your hands on gravel.
Absolutely. I think it's insane when I see people without riding a motorcycle or a scooter without gloves. Like even bicycles, because I come from bicycle world. And I've had so many bicycle crashes where even on a bicycle, you can mess up your hand, you know, and you're like picking out little rocks out of you. Like you can crash on going down the street, going like 10 miles per hour. You're going to have a little rock jammed like an inch into your hand, which could have been avoided with like this most simplest of gloves.
I just recently saw a skateboard video. Now realizing that more and more skateboarders, when they fall down, that they bring their hands to their body,
right?
That they're making like fists and to the body.
Well, it's kind of like it's like the art of falling. Like technically, when you're crashing on a motorcycle at speed, last thing you want to do is like stick your freaking hands out and like try to like brace or stop yourself. But that's like a natural reflex of a person who doesn't know how to crash like properly.
It's like a cat, like,
right? You're supposed to like literally roll it out. Like when I crashed, I stuck my hand out. It's not these gloves, but I stuck my hand out like this for a second. So I made contact and then somehow I rolled like by accident, not on purpose.
Oh, not on purpose. So you didn't.
No. So like literally instead of like fully bracing myself, I touched the ground like this for a second. So that's why like only like this part of the glove got scuffed momentarily. So I didn't actually slam my hands.
I heard that was a pretty badass ninja move.
Right. Exactly. But that's
humorous. Yes. Nobody saw it so far.
No, nobody saw it. It's kind of like your You Dragon Knee. Like there's this one like crappy little video that was circulating by you, the video editor. You know, you're just like, and then you took a fucking some sandpaper to the knee of your jeans, and supposedly, no. But anyway, JP, tell us what the name of your gloves are, how much they are, and what the hell are they?
So, thank you. So these are Rev'it gloves, and they call Sand 3. The price point is around about $100. I bought them because I was searching for a new glove that is more enduro off-road oriented. Normally the motocross gloves, they have no protection at all.
Right.
If you go down with a motorcycle glove, that is like, it doesn't have,
which is kind of crazy.
So I was looking at something that I can wear if I'm going more dirt riding, and if I can, that I can take on the street as well. And I thought this gloves would be a perfect thing, like between both worlds. I was sold by Spurge when he said like that it's a motocross glove on steroids.
Right. Yeah.
Because it looks not really a little bit, but it still has like a little bit of feeling of a
So this is like a little bit of an impact protection.
Oh, it actually does. Like here, what you see here, this is protection.
Yeah.
So over here, and on this side and this side as well. But we're talking about winter gloves.
Right.
So this glove is...
So this glove is great for like adventure riding, obviously. But as a city winter glove, like city riding winter glove, I give this like a strong, like a 3 out of 10. You know? like
5 minutes.
Right.
5 minutes, maybe 10.
Right.
You see this here?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have both. This is like the original kind of condition.
And now you touched the exhaust or something?
So what I do if my hand's getting too cold, because this is not waterproof at all and it's getting very cold, what I do, I touch the engine. If I stay in an intersection in a red light, I hold my hands on the engine
and you melt
to warm it up. This is fine for the city for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to ride if you want to get somewhere. But if I'm on a longer trip and starts to rain and I will be for a longer time on the highway or on the street, what I do is I have these, what is the name? The plastic, not plastic, it's
like rubber, like surgical gloves?
Yeah. That you get in every warehouse like for 10 cents.
Yeah.
And so I put them on. That is then waterproof as well.
And windproof,
And windproof. You start to sweat. That keeps you warm as well.
Yeah. Right.
And then you go with the gloves in the other glove.
Yeah.
That is, for 10 cents, 20 cents, any gas station has them. And if you're not freezing that much anymore. And it's, like I said, it's waterproof.
But plus it's like also like mental, like in your mind, you're just like, oh, this is much better now. You know, like you're just like, oh, I'm fine now. I got the rubber gloves in.
But if you're getting out like after an hour or whatever,
right. It's all pruny.
Yeah.
You should have been wearing the gloves, like showing them to camera instead of like holding them like freaking like.
In general, it's a good glove. I do like it.
Yeah.
But it's not like fancy as your winter glove. $10,000.
Right. Well, these are obviously winter specific because for 5 years I rode in the winters. Like my coldest ride I think was like 15 Fahrenheit. I only ride for like 5 miles, so it's like 15 minutes. In 15 Fahrenheit, I rode in Lee Park's design, these like deer hide gloves and nothing else. And that was like insane. Like by the end of the ride, I can't feel my pinkies. And I try to ride year round. After years and years, I was like, you know what? I need proper gloves. I always wanted heated gloves, but I really don't want the idea of wires. So that's why these gloves, they're made by Highway 21. The model is called Radiant. They were $210 on Rev'it or Union Garage, whichever one you prefer. The thing is, they come with batteries. So each one has a battery, a lithium battery that lasts for 4 hours on the low setting. There's 3 settings. So it lasts 4 hours on the low setting, 3 on medium, and 2.5 on the highest setting. And so you just turn it on by clicking it right here. Beautiful. It takes about like, I guess, an hour or a little under an hour to charge them.
Yeah.
After riding for like 3-4 times, I just plug them in. And I actually don't even I don't actually plug in the gloves. I just pull out the battery and...
But they weigh nothing.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
No, because if you feel the glove, it's like a little bit bulky, you know?
But that's a normal motorcycle glove.
Right. Like, and these gloves, because they come like thin-insulated anyway, so they're actually warm just without anything else. Yeah. I've ridden in these in like 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and I had them on medium setting. And when I pull my hands out, they're a little bit too hot. Like they're actually like a little moist, the hands, because it's also windproof and waterproof. These could get down to like really cold temperatures. I would imagine you can ride, like in reviews, people ride for an hour in like 15 degrees and they're fine. You know, so
which was doing this?
No, on Rev'it. I don't know, like freaking weirdos. Back in the day, it used to be like, can I make it? My pinkies will fall off. And with this, it's just, I have less to bitch about in my vlogs.
I can tell you're a big fan of the gloves.
No, these actually changed my life for real.
You're always telling me of your gloves. The first thing when we started this show was like, okay, are we doing next the gloves? Winter gloves?
And the thing is, it's like people always ask me, like, I'm so excited about these, and people are just like, you must have been sponsored by this company because it's like you're so like you talk about them so much, and it's like, no, I paid for these with my own money, and they're worth every penny. And they have like some impact and abrasion protection, like knuckles protection, and they're made out of real leather for abrasion. So technically they are, you know, proper gauntlet gloves, but they also have the party piece.
And also they look great. They look like a vintage glove or like a racing one where they have a little bit longer and bigger one here.
Because I remember when I first started riding, I was like, these gloves are the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I will never, ever buy gloves like this, you know?
Yeah, but now you're 40 plus.
Yeah, now that I had my 50th birthday, I'm just like, my hands are gentle and I gotta protect them.
Is there something what you don't like about the gloves?
Because it's windproof and waterproof. Your hands do get like a little sweaty and a little pruny, so it's like you can't like, you're either too cold or too hot. Like it's kind of weird because these, like, if it's 40 degrees, because I see reviews where people are just like, oh, I ride them in 40 degrees. Like 40 plus degrees, these are too warm for me. Like literally my hands get all wet inside and it's actually kind of weird. And another thing, they're advertised as iPhone screen friendly, and they're not. Like it says in the description, touch screen friendly, and I could never get this to work on a touch screen, period. Gloves like these, whenever you get gloves like this for the first time, they feel so bulky. You feel like you're not going to be able to handle the controls. And it's always the feeling like, not after you ride with these or any gloves like this, you know that it's just the first 2 rides. It's going to be weird. Because when I first started riding these, I was just like, uh-oh, I can't control my motorcycle. I need to be able to control it, you know? But that's about it. Otherwise, great glove. So what don't you like about the gloves?
There's not much that I don't like. The fit is not perfect, but I have also like big fingers, so I have general issues with blows.
So what size are these? Are large?
That's a large. It's a norm. I think they go like normal sizes. It's just like in general, and there's not a perfect fit for my hands. Otherwise, like you described, like it's a little bit stiff. Definitely not stiff as yours.
Yeah.
But if you come from a motocross gloves that I just like feel like nothing, it's like a big.
Yeah, because those you just wear for grip. Those are just for grip, so your hands don't get sweaty on the grips. And one thing I didn't even mention, it comes with this charger with 2 leads, so you can charge both batteries at the same time.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you don't even have to, technically you don't even have to pull out the battery. You can literally just like plug it in like this, you know? So you can plug in the glove. And this whole thing comes in this like big like pouch with like zippers and stuff. I don't know who would ever like use these gloves and then put them back in this pouch and like zip them up and hide them or something. I mean, I don't know, but it comes with a pouch. In order to determine which gloves are better, the only way we can do it is by a vicious game of rock, paper, scissors.
I count in German, you count in Russian.
Exactly. And the first round. And we know, like, so far, every piece of gear we've ever tested here, I won. So we'll see.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No! These are better. Surprise, surprise. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Moto Kit Clash. And now that we know these gloves are awesome, you should probably pick these over those, obviously. This episode was on Ducati NYC Vloggy Vlogs channel, but the next episode is going to be on JP's channel, and the link is below. And that's where you're going to see the next review. So the idea is that we alternate the reviews from one channel to the other. After you see the review at his channel, the next one is going to be here again. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another Moto Gear Clash, where we fondle moto gear that we wear and use.
And now everything with a little bit more excitement.
I can't. I'm not trying to fake the funk. We don't need any fake positivity. You know, this has to be honest reviews.